6% of the voting districts counted. The ANC now has 50.66% of the vote, the DA 27.23, EFF 14.38. And this is significant because this is seen as a battleground state, especially given after the local government elections that happened 2 years ago. But the ANC seems to be holding on, but literally by a hair's breadth at the moment. But coming back from below 50%, they're now at 50.66%. All right, so the elections have been watched by many people, and South Africa's political landscape will be set for the next 5 years in no time as these results start coming in. The rand strengthened to its highest in 2 weeks as election results showed that the ANC remain well in the lead. Well, the IEC is expected to announce the final election results tomorrow, but this could be delayed given some of the queries that are being raised. Now, to talk to us about economic issues around these elections, I'm now joined on the line by Efficient Group Chief Economist at Dawie Roodt. Dawie, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Always a pleasure to talk to you. So before these elections, investors had pressed pause. Markets started to get a bit jittery as we got into the closing days. And people were even talking about Cyril Ramaphosa needing 60% plus. I just wonder, how have the markets reacted in the last couple of days? And is this now the signal to take off the pause button for investors?
A good afternoon to you, yes. Well, looking at election day itself, of course, the financial markets were closed except for the rand, the forex market. And the rand initially started off on the back foot, but during the day, actually quite early in the morning, the rand started appreciating against the US dollar, and that is why while the dollar itself was quite a strong currency. And then afterwards it weakened a little bit again, but it stabilized on a relatively strong levels. But judging from the reaction of the exchange rate of the rand, the financial markets are actually quite happy. What we've seen subsequently is, again, of course there are international factors at play as well. But what I would say, looking at the bond market as an example, is that the financial markets are happy. The financial markets are happy simply because there are no major shakes. Of course, the ANC is not where they were before the elections in terms of support, but we all know that the ANC is still in charge. And the next question will be, I think there are two issues here. The next question is, will the president be able to consolidate his political power? And we will know that once he announces his cabinet, and that will give us an indication on whether he really succeeded in consolidating his power. Essentially, the financial markets will be asking, who's going to be in charge, the good guys or the bad guys? And once we know who's going to be in cabinet, then, of course, the financial markets will have a better idea on what can be expected in terms of policy going forward. So for now, the election basically is behind us for practical purposes. If you look at the financial markets, the next question certainly is who's going to be in cabinet and that will be determinant on what's going to happen on the financial markets.
All right, so the first cabinet might be a good signal. And I suppose some of the election promises, big issue was land, and he was always very careful in how he couched that land question. And I just wonder if that may be the next signal that the international community, investors might be looking at.
In fact, I think it will not sort of go away, but I think it will become much less important. Politicians, they promise us the sun and the moon and the stars before elections, and after that, they don't necessarily deliver. And I think this is also one of those examples. And part of the reason why I say so is because there are far more pressing issues. Like, for example, what's going on at the state-owned enterprises, especially what is going on at Eskom. The state finances are in really deep trouble. So I am pretty sure that, of course, those issues, what you've mentioned, will still be there, but they are far more important and far bigger, more important things for the president to address, like what I've mentioned. So yes, still be there, but I think the international investment community will be more concerned on what's going to happen to Eskom and other things that I've mentioned.
All right, and I suppose for the ratings agencies, one of the contingent risks was the elections. That's behind us. What will they be focusing on now in the coming days to give them assurance, and what does it mean for us?
Well, yeah, firstly, of course, like I've said, the composition composition of the cabinet, and that will be actually the major signal. After that, I think we will have to wait to see who's going to be the Minister of Finance, what sort of things the Minister of Finance will be saying, trade and industry, the so-called economic cluster, those sort of things, and what they're going to be saying over the next couple of weeks will be very important. And I think also what the rating agencies will be waiting for is what sort of plan is this government going to make as far as Eskom? Because there are some major financial issues when it comes to Eskom, and not only Eskom, many of the other sector enterprises and the state itself. And I think that is going to be determinant by the rating agencies. Where are you going to get the money? How are you going to spend it? And will that be enough to save Eskom and the other state enterprises and the fiscus itself?
All right. And then perhaps finally, for us as consumers and people looking for jobs, might this be a little flicker of hope in terms of the economy turning around and producing those jobs?
Well, certainly it can, and again, it depends on who's going to be in charge, the good guys or the bad guys, and I think you know what I mean by that. But I am afraid, and it's important for us to say this and to understand this, that the South African economy is in very, very deep trouble. And it's not going to be difficult to get us out of this hole. And in order to get us out of this hole, the president and the new cabinet need to take some very, very tough decisions and administer very, very, very difficult to swallow medicine. And that may even include actually forcing the economy through a recession in the short term in order to make sure that we have some better economic prospects going forward. So there's absolutely no doubt, and we all have to be very honest about this, that we are in very deep trouble. It's going to end, but the sooner we take these difficult measures, the sooner we'll be out of that. But I'm afraid the current trajectory is simply unsustainable, and we have to take very difficult decisions, which may actually lead to a slowdown in economic activity in the short term, in order to grow the economy in the medium longer term.
Dawie Roodt, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. That's Dawie Roodt joining us on the line, the chief economist at the Efficient Group. And talking about some tough decisions being made, I was speaking to our foreign editor just the other day, and she said she spoke to the national chairperson of the ANC, and one of the indicators that they gave her was that the cabinet is likely to be reduced. So we'll see a smaller cabinet in the coming days, and also greater involvement in international relations by South Africa. All right,